Hello everybody, this is Amir from PotentNews.com. Let's talk about what's going on in the world. There's so much going on, I don't even know where to start. Oh wait, let's start with what happened today. Here we got an article, Aftermath of Israeli strike in Lebanon that killed Hezbollah's Nasrallah. That guy was killed. Beirut, let's get over there. Okay? Let's get over there. You know, the word Hezbollah has the same numerical value as the word Neptune. Did you know that? What that means is if you take letters and numbers, you combine them together, like so. Here's the alphabet, here's the numbers. Then you add up all the numbers of the word's letters. You get 38 for Neptune. What do you get for Hezbollah? You get 38. What is 38 in the same category of? It's in the same category as 29 and 47 and 11 and 2. The moon numbers. What happened with the moon recently? We had a lunar eclipse. Let me find that for you here. We had a lunar eclipse on the 17th. What's 1 plus 7? It's 8. What is this year? It's 2024, which is 8. What is oh, look at that. The word Hezbollah equals 44. Right? Look at that. The word genocide, also 44. Maybe Hezbollah has a problem with the genocide that Israel's doing. Right? But by the way, this year, the whole year is heavy. And you can already tell that. The whole year is heavy. Okay? And now, the whole month is heavy. Because we are in a number 8 universal month. And all this shit right here happened as soon as my computer fucking decides to work. I'm pissed off. I'm really fucking pissed off at the moment. Come on, computer, minimize. Know that I double clicked, you piece of shit. Fucking holy fuck. If you want to support this fucking work, go to fucking PotentNews.com. Go to press the donate button and then then send a donation via PayPal, or ask me to purchase a tarot reading or astrology reading. Click the contact button at the top right. Send a message saying you want to buy a tarot reading or astrology reading, and we'll get that done. Those are 2 ways you can support this work. Make me get a faster computer so that I don't release a video every 3 months. Because every single time I want to release a video, I'm overwhelmed by how much data and information that I want to present to you. Why? Because my name has the same numerical value as the word anaretic degree. As you can see here, 70. That's the 29th degree. We just said 29 is in the same category as 47 and 38. We just said Hezbollah equals 38 in the Chaldean cipher. Okay? Anaretic degree is the last degree of a zodiac sign. My name is Amir Alwani. If you do that in reverse the alphabet, you get 70 for my name. Just like you get 70 if you don't reverse the alphabet. Okay? What's 7? It's connected to Neptune. 7 is connected to Neptune and Mercury. That is the reason why. Holy fuck, it takes 5 seconds, 30 seconds to know that I double clicked. Can't work like this. So, as I was saying, that is the reason why the fucking number 7 is connected to Neptune and Mercury. And that's the reason why all of Universal Year 7 was nothing but boundary lacking shit. I came out with a 4.5 hour video detailing that for you, showing you 1 billion clips at the end of 2023. See? Well, look at that. Look, one of the first few things, the second month of 2023, water contamination in East Palestine. Why is it Palestine, right? Why is it called Palestine, right? Is that the fucking universe telling you that you're about to treat people in Palestine like animals? Is that why the word animals equals 29 in Jewish reduction? Is that why in the Chaldean cipher the word animals equals 18? Is that the reason why? Is that the reason why a lot of this stuff about the, rumors of Haitian immigrants eating rumors of Haitian immigrants in Ohio eating cats, ducks, and geese. Even the word pet equals 8. That links up with the fucking month number. Okay. Plus, this was in Virgo season. Virgo's connected to the 6th house and pets, animals. So, looking at JD Vance's chart, what the fuck do you find? Right? Not only does, by the way, Ohio equal 29, animals equals 29, Haiti equals 29, right? Elon Musk equals 29, Colin Gray equals 29. If you look at the actual word 29, it ends up matching him. And the word 47, by the way, we said that's in the same category. The Colin Gray is Colts Gray's father. Colt Gray is the guy who did the shooting, which happened September 2nd as we approached Mars Square Neptune. And I just told you, Neptune is the name of the game here. Like, you look at the last 4 months, here's Neptune at the 29th degree, nonstop for 4 months. Okay? And when it stopped doing that, because we're not in August now, we're in September, here's 29. When it stopped doing that, Pluto took over. Okay? Pluto, transformation, death and rebirth. Pluto is connected to Mars because they're both connected to the number 9. Mars is the traditional ruler of Scorpio and Aries. Pluto is the modern ruler of Scorpio. So they're connected that way too. Plus the 13th degree is an Aries degree, just like the 13th tarot card, death, is connected to Scorpio, and Pluto is about death and rebirth. And so, and transformation. Right now, and obsessions and psychological issues. So now people's transformations and obsessions about the status quo. Here's Pisces, right? And by the way, Neptune's been at Pisces at all since 2011. Same day CrowdStrike was formed, and that's why this shit's all happening. That CrowdStrike worldwide outage, as I mentioned in previous show, in the last show, that did happen when Neptune was within that 29th degree period there. I believe it was July. Anyway. So getting back to the Hezbollah thing, because Hezbollah's leader was killed today, like I said, a lot of this stuff is connected to that, the fact that, fuck, that dog's annoying. Fuck, that dog is annoying. Even the word dog, okay, look, even when we're talking about... Right, so here's the moon card, right? The 18th card, right? 18, right? 18, that's connected to Pisces, right? And what is the Chaldean numerology? By the way, the word Pisces has the same numerical value as the word La La Land. You were all in La La Land the last 4 months until semi-recently. What was I going to say? There was something I was going to show here. Hold on. See, it's hard to know where to start. Like I haven't even seen the clip I'm about to show you. This happened today, or last night, or whatever. Who knows? We'll see in the clip. But there's too much stuff. Like, look, this is why. Here, look. This is why I wasn't able to come up with a lunar eclipse forecast fast enough. This is why. Okay. Because of all the shit that happened in September. And here's August. Here's July. Here's June. Here's May. My last video was about the new moon in Virgo, the opposite of Pisces. And then the video before that was astronumerology of the last few months of the next few years. That was early May. And then the 2023 video was before that. So early May was when this stuff all started to unfold. And here's April. And here is March. And here is February. And here is January. And here's December. And here's November. And here's October. And here is September. So what's my point with all this? Is that, like, me, a guy whose name has the same numerical value as the word numbers, been trying to track this stuff as thoroughly as possible the last many months, and I was not surprised when I saw an avalanche of things being concentrated in this month. Like, this month just generally had more stuff. Now, of course, lunar eclipse and solar eclipse are fated events. They affect you for months. They come every 6 months, and like that's karmic, but the number 8 is karmic too. And also the word Saturn, which is connected to the number 8, has the same numerical value as the word lunar and the word moon. Where is that here? Lunar. So, and that's in the full reduction cipher. So there's also, like we said, the moon card is connected to Pisces, which is ruled by Neptune. So in order to get the most out of what's going on, you got to see all this stuff in a way that you're not trying to look at it in black and white so much, because then if you do that, or if you avoid looking at it, or you can see the common ground between the different things that you're trying to separate a little better if you don't be such a hard ass about trying to separate them. That's what the fuck it is. And so let me go back to the here's that chart I did not have time to come out with. And what do you notice there, right? 25th degree Pisces. 25th degrees Aries degree, because let me get back this shit up here, because actually let me put this one here. Let me go like this. Let's talk about Aries. Let's put Aries. So Aries degree, right? This is the current chart. Let's look at in fact, instead of looking at it like this, let's just fucking open up the chart. Okay, and watch out for October 2nd. That's going to be a solar eclipse in the 10th degree. The 10th zodiac sign is Capricorn. And so that's what I'm trying to say here. That's what I'm trying to point out to you here, is that there's 360 degrees in the circle separated by 12 signs. You get 30 degrees per sign, and the first 12 degrees are like the first 12 signs, more or less. So since Capricorn is the 10th sign, the 10th degree is like Capricorn degree. The 12th degree is a Pisces degree, because Pisces is the last sign. And the 13th degree would then be the Aries degree. And so that's why you should take note that this particular lunar eclipse, for fuck's sake, hold on a sec. There we go, I had to log into the thing. So, fucking... Bear with me. Alright. See, I smoke a lot of weed so I could bring you guys a lot of this information, and also the lungs are connected to Gemini, and also we got Jupiter and Gemini here for a fucking while now, since May 25th or March 25th or some shit. Where's that shit? May 25th. Yeah, May 25th. So this planet here, Hope and Optimism, which is connected to, or this planet here, Hope and Optimism, which rules the sign that's opposite to the sign that's currently in, is currently in Gemini. It rules Sagittarius. So this Gemini is connected to the lungs, and so since Gemini is my 10th house, my career house, my public face, I got a lot to say right now to all of you. And so it's pretty taxing on my energies. Not to mention the fact that this Neptune that's in the 29th degree almost, or just got out of it, was there for 4 months, as I said, is opposite to my Sun-Moon midpoint, which is at the 29th degree of Virgo. So Virgo is very much about analysis and all that, and that's why I'm able to bring you guys all this categorization of all this stuff. All the stories that you see right here that are unfolding in... let me make it a little easier to see, so in case you want to pause the video and take a look at them and zoom in, because I don't even know if I'll have time to talk about this, because we still got to get to that fucking clip. But holy shit, slow computer. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Such goodness. Such goodness. Let's go down. Come on now. Come on. Fucking faster. I can't do it like that. Okay. There we go. But that's too small. So how about we put it into presentation mode, and hopefully my fucking video is not blocking off the shit now. But let's zoom in. Not that way. Oh my god, why is... Where is the fucking zoomer thing? You can't do it in that one. Okay, perfect. Oh my goodness. Such goodness. Alright. Alright, let's step away from this for a sec, because this is too much. Let me just try to... Let's go back to this for a second. Okay, so this is what I was trying to say, is that lunar eclipse, that was the pager attack, okay? The walkie-talkie attack, where walkie-talkies, not just in, it was mostly in, I guess, Lebanon, but it also happened in the country I was born in Syria. And by the way, the word Syria has a numerical value of 29 in the keypad cipher. So those were set off there, and that was, let me pull that up right here. Pager attack, where's that? Pager attack. This is also important to take note of. Who knows? This shit right here. If I don't have time to get to this later, you'll want to screenshot this. You know, because that's just what's going on. There's a lot of stuff with the 18 and the like, what's, you know, Benjamin Netanyahu's got some 18-degree shit. Okay, this software is making me be too ADHD with this shit right now. What was I just trying to show you just now? Hold on, let me rewind a bit. This might help me remember just looking at this. The pager attack, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, hold on. Israel-Hezbollah conflict. And, no, not that. Where's the pager attack? Put it in capital letters. There we go. That's it. Okay, so, you know, they're, hold on a sec. I thought I had the pager. Oh no, okay, I'm okay, my bad. See, this is why I've got to fucking smoke. I thought I was clicking on this. I thought this was right in the middle, and it's like, man, this is a little overload here. Overload. But anyway, even okay, look, even that fucking thing was on a Tuesday. Tuesday's connected to Mars, which is war. Fuck these ads. All right. And by the way, if I sound like Darth Vader with all this breathing, Darth Vader has a numerical value of 47, just like my name. 47. See? And that's not the only cipher that my name matches Darth Vader. So, bear with me, guys. Alright, ad finished. Okay, so pager attack. Boom, there you go. What do you see here? You see pager equals 29. Did I say pager attack equals 29 before? I don't know if I did. But, I'll have to correct myself now if that's what I said, but the word pager attack still equals, you know, 7, which is connected to Neptune, which rules Mercury. I mean, or 7, which is connected to Neptune and Mercury, and Neptune rules Pisces, which this is what I'm telling you, that the word Hezbollah has the same numerical value as the word Neptune in the Chaldean cipher, one of the most popular older numerologies. So like I said, Neptune, Hezbollah, and so these are things that you have to take into account. Like it's like you could think about the Pythagorean and the Chaldean as separate ciphers, but when you see these numbers pop up like 47 in the full reduction, aka Pythagorean, with the word walkie-talkie, and then in Chaldean, or let's say in Chaldean, the word Hezbollah ends up matching the word Neptune, which has been at the 29th degree for 4 months up until recently. And then you notice that, as I said before, Neptune, 29 and 38 and 47 are all in the same category. Like, I'm not trying to see these things, okay? If you go to my... Where's Harris? Where's fucking Harris? Where's fucking Harris? The fucking... I should have that here. There we go. Okay, she's a life path 5, Libra Sun, Aries, Moon, Gemini rising. And that 5's connected to Mercury, which will amplify her Gemini. So all the people you got as a choice, it seems like, have a heavy Gemini energy. Like, Trump is a Gemini, and J.D. Vance is a life path 5 also, I believe. Yeah. And, you know, even his name in Chaldean is 25, which is 2 plus 5, which is 7, which is Neptune. Okay, but anyway, as I was trying to say earlier, um, so all this stuff's heavily related. Even the word Trump itself equals 29. Trump himself has a 29-degree Leo moon, and the 29th degree is a Leo degree. So he's got a lot of Leo energy kind of overlapping with the Leo energy JD Vance has in his chart. Like, it's just across the board, every single thing you see going on ends up having to do with this number. Like France was in where the Olympics was held. France equals 29 in full reduction. You look at the word Gaza, that ends up linking up with this month because in the keypad cipher, Gaza equals 17. In the full reduction cipher, Gaza equals 17 also, right? What's 1 plus 7? It's 8. That's Saturn. Saturn is a traditional ruler of Aquarius. Aquarius is connected to the 17th tarot card, the star. Uranus rules Aquarius. Uranus takes 17 hours to rotate physically. Like, there's no end to the numbers describing every fucking thing that's going on. The word Russia equals 29 in the septenary cipher, which is based on the number 7. You don't have to look far. Even the Chaldean cipher, 1 plus 6 is 7. You see that 47 again right there. You see that 38 again right there. I know this is kind of overload now, so let's bring it back down to earth a little bit. Right? The word numbers equals 29. That's not back down to earth. But the word earth has the same letters as the word heart. Right? So, like, there's no end to this stuff being described by numbers. And even when even the fuck okay so let me find the thing that I was looking at yesterday. What was it? Actually, you know what? What's bothering me is I gotta refill this coffee, so let me pause this and do that. Alright, got my coffee. I'm tempted to look up the word coffee. I'm not gonna do it. So anyway, no, let's get serious here, because it is fucking depressing how fucking how Nasrallah is dead today. To be honest, that depresses me a bit, because it seems to me like the Hezbollah and the axis of resistance there was one of the only things that gave a fuck about a genocide for the last year. That one of the only people around that seemed to give a shit a little bit. So, and like I said, to me, it really feels like, with all this attention on animals, by the way, like, I don't know what I was about to show you just now, but let's fucking pivot again and again and again. I don't give a shit. I'd rather fucking do that than never come out with this information and just have this fucking stick here forever. Look at this. All of the fucking, by the way, I was gonna show you that the word Capricorn matches the word depression. So it's a depressing year. That's what I was saying about that. And also the word government. Yeah, same numerical value. So that's why everything you see here that is in gray is a government-related thing, or strongly related to Saturn energy, like more than the other stuff that's here. So, and if I have time, I'll get to that. But let me fuck, every single time this takes that long, it just gives me brain farts. For when the fucking software gets stuck like that, I can't fucking think. God damn it, man. Okay, so listen. So many things here that I wanted to show. Now I'm just remembering now that when I wanted to show you about Harris, it wasn't about her life path number. It was the fact that, okay, now there's too many things. You remember? Okay. Hold on a sec, guys. Kamala Harris, what I wanted to show you from her was the fact that maybe I didn't even put it in here. Was it in here? Okay, it might have been in the brain box. Kamala Harris. There was something about... Okay, hold on. Kamala Harris. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Undo, create thought. Okay, there was a thing where she raised $47 million. That's... I'm not trying to say that to show it off or anything, but like, I thought I had that in here. Okay, let me just pause this and find that shit. This is ridiculous. There it is. I found it. So it's it was from The Independent. So there we go. Harris raised a staggering $47 million in the 24 hours after predominant performance in Trump debate. That was the 13th of September. So, like a lot of the things that are going on relate to this 47. Okay, Joe Biden is the 47th vice president, I believe. I got that here, yeah. And everything with Trump, J.D. Vance, Elon Musk, even the word Elon Musk is 29. I believe I mentioned earlier Ohio equals 29. Anyway, so the reason I think all this stuff is happening, it's not just because J.D. Vance, his chart, fuck, man, fucking hell, hold on, let me get his fucking chart up, god fucking damn it, man. Let me get this fucking chart up here. Astro Seek. Boom. 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 Ah, it's going to open in the wrong browser or whatever. Okay, so it won't be the inverted colors then. Oh, man. Anyway, so he's got a 29 degree Neptune retrograde in his chart. He's got a 29 degree Pluto in Libra. So that means his Pluto is... That means the current Pluto, which is right here, the last degree of that government-oriented Capricorn, is squaring his natal Pluto. And it means that there's friction between the way he does power and control issues and the way everybody else is doing power and control issues right now. That's one of the things it means. Then also the Neptune 29 degree. I showed you how important that was with respect to all the fucking recent events. Like I said, with the CrowdStrike, worldwide IT outage happened while Neptune was in this degree. That was a 4-month period that it was in that degree, but still Neptune's been at this 29th degree of Pisces there. That's what I meant to say. It's not the current Neptune is not in Sagittarius, to be clear, but Neptune does rule Pisces, which is the opposite of Virgo, which is really close to pets and stuff like that. So let me backtrack a bit. So fucking what I'm just trying to say is the reason there's so much focus on pets is not just because Mercury rules Virgo and J.D. Vance got his Mercury in Virgo as part of a fucking Grand Cross and mutable Grand Cross here, and the fact that it's the 7th degree, which is a degree that is like the 7th zodiac sign, which is Libra, which is very sensitive energy because we're fucking entering fucking solar eclipse in Libra at the government-oriented 10th degree on October 2nd. It's not just because of that shit, okay? It's the universe trying to tell you focus on animals because you're treating the fucking Palestinians like animals. That's what I see, okay? That's one of the things anyway. Like, the other thing is that with the heavy energy of Leo and that being present in J.D. Vance and Trump's chart, and the fact that Netanyahu has Okay, well, he's got a lot of Aries Libra energy, but the next 20 years is going to be a shitload of the mad scientist energy of Aquarius, and that's also the good of the group. That means putting everyone on the same level. That's a fake picture, it's AI art. But that's the reason that the ICC wants to arrest Netanyahu. That's the reason that the ICJ is saying that the land that Israel took over since 1967 should be given back. I believe that's what they said, if I'm not mistaken. And so it's like that means the next 20 years is going to threaten to be too mad scientist. That's too much in the head, too Aquarius-like, too lofty, too holier than thou, too elitist. And so you balance that out with the Leo energy. But if you do that the wrong way, then you are just doing narcissist energy. Okay, so the people in power in the U.S., they don't give a fuck about the genocide in Palestine, it appears. I mean, that's the impression that I get generally. So yeah, you might have Leo energy that is connected enough to source that it would maintain some kind of loyalty with respect to what's happening in the U.S. But at the same time, with this leveling of the playing field with the globally, and this reality check energy of the number 8 currently happening, and the fact that we're coming to a number 9 here, which is connected to Mars and Pluto, and Pluto and Mars are going to be opposite to each other around the time of the U.S. elections. That means impulsivity and shoot first, ask questions later, having to compromise with obsessions and psychological issues and power and control issues. Like, that's all coming to a head around a huge face-off in around the time of the U.S. elections, and then that will happen again. Like, if you go to the Universal Year 8 section in my brain database, which you could find, by the way, at potentnews.com, if you click the brain button right here, if you go to, what the fuck was I about to say? God damn it. And it happens right when the fucking advertisement comes on. That's why. Music comes off, I stop thinking. Gotta reload this bowl, guys. What was I saying? I was trying to fucking I was trying to summarize something here. If you bear with me, I'm not doing this for fun, okay? I got family in Syria, okay? Like my dad's fiance has property in Lebanon that they have not been able to go to ever since this whole Lebanon-Israel conflict flared up around the time of the October 7th Hamas attacks, right? So it's not fun. This is not fun. But what was I trying to show you with the this stuff here? Maybe, I don't know. Fucking. Like, the main thing I was trying to get across, okay, the core of the issue is that I think a lot of the focus has been on animals recently. Because you're treating the Palestinians like animals. Okay, that's like the universe's way of showing you that shit. Because it's unacceptable for humanity to sit and watch a genocide for a year. That's embarrassing. Okay, that is embarrassing. That is not cool. And even fucking hell, man. What was I about to show? There's too much stuff here. Let's, let me just. I'm gonna take a piss, and I'm gonna take a piss, and then we'll try to show some clips and look at what's the latest shit, and then bring it back down to what's going on now. Look, okay, I got it down. I got it written in notes in front of me right here. I'm gonna just, even before I take that piss, I'll do it fast enough that so a lot of what's driving the world events is the numerology. We're in a number 8 month, in a number 8 year. Okay, that's heavy, very heavy energy. Okay, it is Saturn, heavy, serious blockages, reality checks, karma or karmic order, boundaries, authority, government, all that stuff. And when we're talking about like limits and boundaries, that's why there's so many things to do with the border. Okay, that's why there's so many. It's not just in the U.S. the rumors of Haitian immigrants, and in Canada also there was Canadian newcomers busted again illegally fishing Canada's rivers. I don't know how sad I am about that. The woman's got a hijab here. It looks like, I don't know, but like if she's coming from a place where if she's coming from a fucking, okay, this is not the, okay, fuck this. I'm not gonna show this guy's clip right now. Essentially, he's just showing the fucking fact that they're illegally fishing. Okay, might be bad. Granted, I'm not an expert on fishing. Like, maybe if you do it a certain way, then you rob the future generations of fish from being able to fucking come up. I don't know, but they seem to be all Canadians seem to be all in an uproar about this, and to me, I just put it in the same category of all the weird shit that's been happening pertaining to animals in general. Not just that the word animals is connected to the 18th tarot card, the moon, which is connected to Pisces, which is the fucking weird-ass degree that we've been having. And by the way, that degree basically means all this shit. Grief and deception from members of the opposite sex, unreliable friends, unexpected dangers, tribulation, trials, deception of others, treachery, uncertainties. All this shit, like even with the gematria, like here you have the word the end equals 29, last equals 29. So like I said, Pisces is the last zodiac sign. To be grinding through that last degree of the last sign, to me that's even more annoying than Pluto being in the last degree of the 10th sign in a year and month that is related to the planet that rules that 10th sign. So that's the way I look at it. And so so the fucking the numerology seems to be the thing that explains a lot of most of what's happening. That's number one. That's the first thing. And by the way, my numerology, well, I was born when the sun was in the 13th degree. That's the Aries degree. So forgive me for not coming out with like I said, forecast fast enough for the lunar eclipse on the September 17th. But like I said, that's when the fucking pager attack happened, walkie-talkie attack the next day or whatever the fuck. And that Tuesdays are connected to Mars, like I said, which is what rules Aries. And my sun sign is Aries. And also my Chiron's in an Aries degree also in Gemini, so they're quincunxing each other. And Gemini is my 10th house, so it ended up working out for the best, I think, because who else is going to show you all this type of information here? I don't think anybody else. You tell me if you see other people like presenting this type of information in this type of way. Show me that person. So anyway, like so you got the numerology. So the number 8 month and the number 8 year, that's extra heavy, right? Plus, that number 8 is connected to, like I said, Saturn, which rules Capricorn, and that heaviness, that's heavy energy by default. right? Roll up your sleeves, do hard work energy all year, but the fact that it's piggybacking, this 29th degree Capricorn bullshit is piggybacking off of the Neptune 29 degree bullshit that happened for 4 months. That makes 6.5 months in total of 29 degree bullshit, which is not what happened last year. It's not what's going to happen next year either, even though next year Neptune and Saturn are both entering the sign of Aries. That's why that 2025 is connected to Mars, which rules Aries, and Pluto, which rules Scorpio. We're approaching, what you got to understand is we are approaching universal month 9. Okay, what you got to understand is that's connected to Mars and Pluto energy. What you got to understand is if you look at the last universal month 9, it was quite bloody. Or if you don't want to say it was quite bloody, that's when South Africa presented its case against Israel at the ICJ. The first new moon in Capricorn, there, January 11th. Okay, so that was also, I believe, was it the same day that this happened too? I don't know. I don't think, I'm not sure, but regardless, so it was the same day that Operation Poseidon Archer happened, and that was the U.S. reacting to Yemen and the Red Sea crisis, which is probably ongoing. So, like even recently, actually, if you look at that Hezbollah Israel conflict, you had Yemen's Houthis claim attack on this was yesterday. Claim attack on Israeli cities, U.S. warships. But anyway, so what I got in front of me here is the summary of what I think is driving the world events and making shit feel so much like this. So fucking advertisements, oh my fuck, Jesus Christ, let me fucking reload this bowl that I wanted to do like fucking 20 minutes ago, and then I gotta take a piss. God damn, it's too much shit. It's fucking too much, but that's fine, that's life. That's life. Is it back to the depressing funeral type music? Yeah. Okay. Like, I want to get this information out to you guys, okay? I'm not doing this for fun. I want to go get some sunlight. I got shit to do. Things to do. A lot of things to do. I got 1,000 things to do. I don't want to be making this video. I'm not doing this for fun. If you appreciate this video, please send a donation via potentnews.com, the PayPal donation. I have a guitar that I haven't touched in like a fucking year and a half because I'm looking at this type of information and coming out with these types of videos. Got 2 hours of music on my SoundCloud that I'm not able to add to because ever since 2020 I had just progressed a lot more, in my opinion, in this field of astrology and how it mixes with numerology. So I want to put this information out there. There's no use of it just being in the brain database here and you not having context about it. So let's give the context. Like I said, universal year 9 is 2025. Okay. Man, it's like I need 5 supercomputers just to fucking be able to I need like 3 or 4 screens and just the power of 5 computers. That's my Jupiter in Aquarius for you. It's annoying as fuck. It's part of a fixed Grand Cross in my natal chart. Annoying as fuck. So where's that BB? Where is BB? Baby, like the first zodiac sign, Aries. He has got his North Node Aries And he's got a shitload of Libra energy. He can say whatever the fuck he wants to say to fucking get the shit like back on track. Like that's the other thing is also Putin. Same shit. Putin's got a lot of well, not same shit. Like I don't mean it like that, but if you look at his chart, and by the way, he is a number 7 life path number, and that is connected to Neptune and Mercury, like we said. So here's his chart, and you can see he also is a Libra, or he is a Libra rather. Well, I think BB's also a Libra. Is that what he was? So he's got a lot of concentration there too, as also part of a minor triangle. But he's okay. I'm not gonna focus on this too much, just to show you he was even born on the 7th. Okay, so it's quite a lot of 7, right? And now this is from the Pythagorean way of calculating this. So anyway. The things that are let me rewind a bit. What is these sounds that are happening? I don't know if you guys can hear the fucking mayhem out there. Like people. Is that even people or is it animal? I can't even fucking tell. Anyway, let's get back to what I'm trying to describe here. Is that a lot of what's happening is driven by the numbers. We are approaching universal year 9, which is connected to Mars and Pluto, so you can expect that whole fucking year to be more war, period. I'm not going to sugarcoat that shit for you. Okay? Like I said, every single fucking thing that's going on half the things I see pertaining to these wars end up having the number 9. Fuck, those people out there are annoying. I don't know if fucking you guys can hear that shit, but goddamn, man. It's like I'm still having trouble figuring out if those sounds are just like seagulls or extra loud birds or like fucking high school kids or some shit. Like so I'm just going to say this and then I'm going to go take a piss, then we can go look at the clip, but holy shit, those sounds out there are annoying. Really fucking annoying. Really annoying. My moon's in the 12th house, so I just feel everything in my surroundings so much at all times. That's why I'm able to give you guys all this information like this. Like, it's just, when I'm able to focus that energy, I could accomplish a lot with it. But when it's just too much boundary lacking bullshit this month. I mean, some guy in a dress exposed himself to me, and then I found out 2 other people in front of the grocery store, and they were calling the police on him. That was around the day of either leading up to or on or after the lunar eclipse in boundary lacking Pisces at that impulsive 25th degree. Right? So, like I said, you don't just see that. Uh, okay, you know what? 1 second. It's like this apartment is so echoey. Like all the sounds that come out there, like it's fucking, like seagulls, children, and dogs all blended into one thing. Like fucking. Anyway. So the numerology, we're in a number 8 month, number 8 year. That's heavy. That's related to Saturn. Lot of the other reason the bullshit's happening is 29-degree bullshit. A lot of that's coming from a Saturn-ruled zodiac sign. And then the other thing that is happening is the eclipses. We just had, as I said, a motherfucker exposed himself to me. And look, if I would have gotten like 10 times more aggressive with him if the fucking grocery store that I really needed to get the non-fluoridated water at was fucking not gonna close in 5 minutes. But like, fuck, man, like this is like, if you see me a little high-strung, it's because this kind of shit's going on around me. My neighbor the other day told me that one of our other neighbors killed himself. Like, it's just too much fucking weird energy. Like this fucking goddamn area is fucked up. Canada is fucked up. And so it's just getting to be too much. Like, that, like, you know, and like, fuck, man. Like, this is, okay, so, again with the fucking advertisement. Alright. Okay, so like I said, the eclipses, right? We had the one that just happened in an Aries degree on the 17th that coincided with the pager attack. That happened to be a Tuesday, which is connected to Mars, which is war, and rules Aries, which BB's got a lot of with his North Node, etc. And I believe his Lilith might be there. I'm not sure. You also have that 47, which is analogous to the 29. It's right there. You see it right there. You also have, by the way, like the only 29-degree full moon of the entire year was when Biden dropped out of the race. That was the Capricorn full moon. Capricorn being related to governments. And the first assassination attempt on Trump being when the situation was approaching that full moon. When it was a half-empty moon, half-full moon, that's when that shit happened. And that was in Libra at the time. We go back to July 13th. You can see it was in a Capricorn degree in the sign of Libra when it was half moon at the time of Trump's first assassination attempt. You know, even Capricorn degree on July 17th, like the halfway point between that and the full moon. So, or I don't know if it's specifically halfway, but the waxing gibbous part. So yeah, probably halfway. But so, you know, this is what I think is driving the world events is the fact that the Aries Libra nodal axis, which is related to the eclipses, that is being tested, was tested back in April 8th. total solar eclipse in the sign of Aries at a Libra degree. Okay, and the lunar eclipse before that was close to the time of the Baltimore Bridge collapsing, and that was at in the sign of Libra at a Leo degree, so more of that Leo energy. And so that was we've been tested enough on the Aries Libra energies. It's like kind of slow motion schooling you to be able to handle those energies, so that when you enter universal year 9, you're going to know that that's a very transformative year, and it's about completion, and it's about Mars Pluto energy. So that's what this year is about. It's about getting right with your boundaries, because you got right spiritually last year to know your boundaries. So now you can implement the enforcement of those boundaries, or at least get serious and do reality check stuff, or experience reality checks, and then you can complete things on time in the universal year 9. Of course, this is different than your own personal year number, but whatever. It's going to overlap with that. And that's the general energy of everybody. Next year is an energy of completion, because in 2026 that'll be when the cycle restarts. So that's a huge part of what's driving the energy. And so that's why, since we're in universal year 8, that's connected to Leo energy. The 8th tarot card is strength, which is connected to Leo. You got to be strong internally in order to deal with the depressing ass energy, the number 8 energy of Capricorn, which is connected to the devil card. Right about now, Israel is acting pretty devilish. Right, the word Israel has a numerical value of 15. Okay, the word Israel has a numerical value. It's the same as, like I said, genocide. If you reverse the alphabet, which matches the word invader, if you don't reverse the alphabet, the word genocide equals 44. If you do reverse the alphabet, the word invader equals 44, just like Israel equals 44. Just like I believe earlier I pointed out, the word Hezbollah equals 44, was it? Is that what it was? Is that what it was? So essentially then, Hezbollah has the same numerical value as the word Israel. But you don't see it unless you do look at reversals. So in reverse full reduction, Israel's 44. In full reduction, Hezbollah is 44. So, you can, in that sense, if you wanted to, you could say that they're two sides of a coin. But like, the word Israel matches racism and rogue. Nothing. There's no checks and balances on Israel. They get to fucking just act like an animal with everything around them, and they just justify it every single time. Experts at just looking like the victim at all times. That's that number 15 energy. If you look at the number 15 in Chaldean numerology, what are you going to see? You're going to see stuff like, it is peculiarly associated with good talkers, often with eloquence, gifts of music and art, and a dramatic personality combined with certain voluptuous temperament and strong personal magnetism. For obtaining money, gifts, and favors from others, it is a fortunate number. Favors. Like, hey, Western world, give me money so I can do a genocide some more. That's what Israel would consider a favor. So yeah, the number 15 energy can be associated with good talkers, and but anyway, like it is depressing that Hezbollah's leader was down today, because so far all the Western world has just been giving, just been talking about the thing. Oh, I'm shocked. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Like what was it? 2 Canadians killed in Lebanon, and then what is the Prime Minister's reaction? Right? Like, he's like, oh, we are. I don't know if the clip is in here, but Trudeau was like, "Oh, I'm sad and shit," or this. Let's find the fucking clip real fast. They'll hopefully I'll find it fast enough. And you can see that back in I got Trudeau right here. Where is that? Justin Trudeau. If you look back in something he tweeted back in like 10 years ago, he's opposing the boycott Israel movement there. But now he's like 180 on the shit. Alright, let's get that bigger there. There you go. The BDS movement, like Israeli Apartheid Week, has no place on Canadian campuses as a McGill alumni. I'm disappointed. So he's disappointed, but then he wants to where is it? Let me find that part of the clip there. There we go, right there.
Hour at this point.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is calling for a de-escalation and also offered condolences.
We are devastated by the loss of 2 Canadians, but the entire Lebanese people are suffering right now.
See how much he's sad about it? But like, was he sad when that other shit happened? Was he sad when he was saying you can't fucking do what you want with your own money when you want to boycott something? Anyway, more with the fucking advertisement. All right, so. So even the whole Pisces is the fish, and that thing I mentioned about Canadians being in an uproar about illegal fishing, like that ties into this, right? Pisces being the opposite of Virgo, and opposites are the same, and Virgo is connected to pets and animals. And I said the word, there's all this numerological stuff connecting the word animals and Ohio and J.D. Vance, and then on top of it, you have this. Where is the animals section? You have this protesters condemn new law in Turkey. I didn't even have the time to see this, but like there's a clip in there of early in the month. I took this, I had this conversation with the AI on the 3rd. They were talking about that thousands of demonstrators gathered in Istanbul to protest a new law that critics say is leading to the killing of stray dogs across the country. July 29 is when the parliament approved the law that supposedly aimed to euthanize the country's 4 million stray dogs, and that sparked significant opposition. That's not the only reason Turkey is not happy right now. Of course, Turkey's not that happy with the West, and but the point is, all this stuff with the 29, like how you can't make this shit up. Like July 29th, right? Like you look at that was the same day, as I mentioned before. That was the same day that what sparked the UK riots happened. That was July 29th. That was the same day that the coup attempt in Venezuela happened. Okay, if I have it correctly, that was the same day. I think the election results may have been the 28th or whatever, but correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, the thing sparked up on the 29th. Here you see Sri Lanka votes. A $2.9 billion IMF loan looms large. And you see the 38 here, again, in a crowded field of 38 candidates. So it's not that we're looking at specific ciphers. It's important to look at everything across the board. And that's why it's interesting to note that when you do look at ciphers, IMF loan equals, for fuck's sake, IMF loan equals 38 and 29. Hey, another 18. How about that? Okay. So and like, you can't make this shit up. This is $2.9 billion, and they are taking it from the IMF, and the word IMF loan equals 29, and the most one of the most well-respected ciphers, you could say, right? It's not the only thing recently that has been that shit. It's been all sorts of shit. What was a more recent one? For fuck's sake. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna take a piss. I think I said everything I have on this chart, other than, the Leo film, right? That was something I touched upon last year. But last year, the Trump assassination attempt, which involved Trump's ear, did not happen. And, Gemini is connected to the ears, and he is a Gemini. Also, there was this thing about the Harris, where she was supposedly, no, not this. It was no, not even that. It was this. Tech company breaks silence on viral theory Harris wore stealth audio earrings during debate. That was they're supposedly saying that her earrings had a thing. I didn't have time to dissect this too much, but to me it's just yet another thing about the ears. Like, that's how I look at it. And because, like I said, Trump's ear, and he is Trump's ear was hurt during the first assassination attempt, and Trump is a Gemini, which is connected to the ears. And I think even J.D. Vance might have some Chiron in Gemini, like I do. Where is it? I'm not going to go confirm that, but so the other thing I have written down here, like I said, Palestine, Ohio, is when one of the first boundary lacking stories happened last year. It was a story about their water supply being impacted by like some spill, like I think a train derailment or something, and now all this other focus on Palestine, or on Ohio still, right, from the animals thing, but also there was this. That was weird, right? But also, where's that Ohio? Fuck, I didn't have it there. Like, oh, wait, maybe. Yeah, this. So recently, like, if you know what I've been pointing out about how the 29th degree is like a pressure cooker, well then brace yourself. This might get loud here. Let me make sure. There we go.
You can smell it, but I don't know what it smells like. But it's been going on for 45 minutes. Fire department was over here telling us to stay back. I mean, it is just nasty smelling.
So you can't get more pressure cooker than that, right? Or the fucking Yellowstone national eruption, which I touched upon in the previous video. I'll just show you that real quick. That was like a day or two after Biden dropped out of the race at that only 29th degree full moon of the entire year. That shit happened. More pressure cooker like situations, right? Like, you don't have to go far to find this. I don't want to find this. I really don't. So anyway, I touched upon that. Let's get back to the shit here, so I can eventually take a fucking piss. So, so that is a huge part of what I think is driving the world events. Then you got like I mentioned the 29, but you got to understand that a lot of the leading up to the Hamas attack was extra long energy in the sign of Leo due to the retrograde that Venus did at that time. So when it got to the 29th degree of Leo, that was like extra boiling point. Remember I said the 29th degree is a Leo degree. Well, Leo degree in the sign of Leo, that's like, okay, well, so Venus was at the 29th degree of Leo at the onset of this genocide. And Venus rules Libra, which Netanyahu has a lot of. And the North Node and South Node are currently Aries Libra, which is where they were at when Netanyahu was born. So even if the ICC arrests him and whatever, if we know that 2025 is Universal Year 9, some other thing is going to fill that warlike vacuum. And it seems like the West is hell-bent on just non-stop giving Russia a hard time, no matter what is going on. Like, cornering them as much as humanly possible at all times. It's like dealing with the West at all is looking at what they're doing, and you know, it's fucking depressing. It's like you're talking to a child who's got his fingers in his ears. Like that's what it feels like. I show some of these clips of like what do you call it? Like I'll show this clip here. This was posted, this is not new, but just to give you an idea of the feeling in Lebanon. September 23rd is when this was posted. So, yeah, there's that. So, from time to time, I will do some streaming on shitty, stupid, degenerate apps like fucking. It was the POF app before that went bankrupt now, but sometimes I'm on this stupid Scout app that's like it's the same network, same shit. And the people there are just so weird. I'll show them a clip of something like this, and they'll be like, "What are you watching, man?" Like as if I'm the problem for watching this. Like I said, I was born in Syria. Israel keeps attacking Syria every now and then. Like if you go type in Syria in right here in the brain database, what was the last thing that I got in here? Well, of course, the Wednesday, we're the 28th now. Oh, fuck this advertisement. Okay, we're the 28th day now. Israel kills 23 Syrians in Lebanese town on Wednesday, on the 25th. Israel hits building in Damascus suburb. That was back in May. The U.S. military bases in Syria targeted by resistance groups. Okay, so there's some backlash. U.S. military base in Syria attacked by drones, right? August 9th, like I said, 9 is connected heavily to a lot of this stuff that happens. I think recently there was some drone attack thing that involved maybe Russia or Ukraine that also 144 people was said in that news story that had been, it was either 144 drones or 144 people or whatever were killed, and 1 + 4 + 4 is 9. So you have a lot of that stuff happening, even when there was that anarchy as second base stormed over arrest of Israeli soldiers. That was I got a couple different sources for how far away one of these bases was. One said 29, one said something else. How far away they were from the Gaza border. But in terms of the amount of people who were said to be arrested, this military base was stormed because basically the Israelis were upset that a few soldiers were going to be held accountable for sexually abusing and torturing Palestinian prisoners, and I believe it was like 9 soldiers. So this is what I mean about how these numbers pop up. And so yeah, it's annoying for me to see the country I was born in constantly have bullshit happen to it here. Israel carried out airstrike against Masyaf, Syria. Israeli forces dropped into the region by helicopters and captured Iranian officers and secret documents. That if you're able to do such surgical strikes like that, like why do a carpet bombing genocide of mostly 18-year-olds in Palestine for a year? Right? Like, what the fuck? Like, and here you have Syria's President Bashar al-Assad order facilitation for Lebanese citizens amid Zionist aggression. That was on the 23rd. See, I don't want to be the one bringing you this information and this type of shit, but like, you know, the people who are bringing you this information, like DD Geopolitics, were recently taken off of YouTube. And this is they're talking about that in on Twitter, right? You can still find them on Rumble, etc. But you know, Rumble, I just went on it the other day. It's annoying. It'll make you watch a 3-hour or a 3-minute fucking ad. I mean, I know YouTube does that sometimes, but it seemed to me like Rumble did it a lot more. But so DD Geopolitics is venting about this on Twitter, and also one of the people that they interviewed in the past, or maybe currently too, probably, is a guy, Brian Berletic, who recently came out with this video. Not this one. CNN admits U.S. out of arms for Kiev as Russian forces gain ground. And there, I think he talked about how he was censored off of Twitter also. So there's very few places you can go to get free speech now. I don't want to be talking about this shit that I'm talking about right now. I'd rather make music and shit like that. But I'm doing it because people have to know to not be surprised by what's going on. If the number 8 month showed this many things that are all related to the number 8 already, then the number 9 month, and then this is the number 8 month and the number 8 year, but then that means the number 9 month is you can, since there was so much, it was so bloody on November. Like if you think of October 7th is when this fucking shit flared up with the genocide. November, by then it was pretty well bloody. It was pretty obvious for the world to see that it was bloody. That's why 9 is connected to humanitarianism, because you see the war and then you're like, holy shit, this is bad. Like that's why you see that. So that's why I'm telling you, expect October 9th, or expect October that's coming up to have a lot of Mars and Pluto energy. It's going to be heavy too. And then November, we'll have a fucking Universal Month 1. And then December, Universal Month 2. And then since the year will go to the next year, then it'll be back to 1 again on the start of January. And by then, most of the Aries North Node lessons pertaining to putting yourself first and being assertive or aggressive, people will know that a little more by then. And they'll be able to take advantage of that. But if they didn't do enough inner work and stuff like that before that, then they'll be more on the impulsive side and the stepping on toes and bulldozing side of that energy. So yeah, that's a lot of what I see driving world events. And then of course the other major thing is I'm hopefully I mentioned earlier the Aquarius energy, Pluto and Aquarius. Okay. Aquarius is the good of the group, leveling the playing field. They don't give a fuck about your title and what's behind your name and whatever. Everyone's the same in the eyes of Aquarius. They're all humanity, in a way. So, you know, when they see shit like this, Aquarius type people are not happy, and we got fucking Aquarius energy from Pluto for the most of the next 20 years. Okay, so let me show you that, so you know the timing of when to see that amplify a bit more, right? If Pluto did enter Aquarius last year, I came out with a video about that last year, March 23rd, and then it gave you like 2 or 3 months of Aquarius mad scientist, good of the group, revolutionary, innovative energy, and on the negative side, bully energy. But it brought a lot of that in on March 23rd, and then gave you a break from that June 11th. Okay, to be clear, March 23rd, 2023 is when this planet that rocked the world from a global financial crisis when it entered the previous sign in 2008. Well, it's bring that same kind of that same heaviness of transformation is coming via an Aquarius way now, has been since March 23rd, gave you a break from that June 11th, has been since March 23rd, 2023, gave you a break from that June 11th, 2023. Then this year, both this Pluto and the Sun got into Aquarius at the same day, to give you a longer dose of that, which then we got a break from that mad scientist energy and good of the group energy on September 1st of 2024. And now when you see November 19th pop up, that'll have been after the US elections, which will coincide, as I said, with Mars and Pluto opposing each other. When November 19th comes around and Pluto's in Aquarius again, Pluto will not leave Aquarius for 20 years after that. Okay? That's a huge part of what is driving world events. All these people out there that are saying, oh, I don't know if the Arab countries will band together and see their common ground and set some real boundaries with Israel and whatever. Well, I don't know about that, given the Aquarius energy. You can't look at the last 10, 20 years and gauge how people will do power and control issues the next 20 years based on the last bit. You can't do that with Pluto entering Aquarius. And that's all I'm going to say about that right now. I'm going to take a piss now. Alright, I'm back. So now I'm a bit more settled here now that I took that piss. Fucking holy shit. Like, man, so that's what I see driving the world events. The numerology, the eclipses, and the 20 years of Pluto in Aquarius. There's other stuff, but that's what I just mentioned. Those three things are a huge part of it, in my opinion. So, and again, that Pluto and Aquarius stuff will amplify starting November 19th, or at least will be more settled in there and have a bigger focus on being able to put everyone on the same level and be truly humanitarian and stuff like that. And on the negative side, it'll add more to the technocracy too, maybe. But well, yeah, most likely. But this is another reason to notice that one of the things that this lunar eclipse in the sign of Pisces coincided with was the Pandemic Prevention and Preparedness Act, supposedly being discussed by the Canadian Senate, and even that, you see a 29 there, Bill C 293. So there's what I have in the brain database about that. But you know, Pisces is the last sign, and the last house, the 12th house, is includes hospitals and jails, and the lockdowns are kind of like house arrest, basically. So the Canadian Senate's going to be discussing this, or has been, and it seemed to happen on the exact same day as the lunar eclipse in Pisces. Lunar eclipses bring fated culminations. Pisces is related to compassion and art and intuition, but also on the negative side, illusion and delusion and confusion. So that's interesting to me that the thing seemed to coincide with here on September 23rd. Shortly after that, there was a video of BC Conservative leader John Rustad saying he regrets getting the so-called vaccine. Everyone was in a uproar about that. So there you have it. And of course, you know, if you look at what was something that came from that stupid era, Omicron has a value of 29. So you don't have to go far to find these things. And so let's get to the clip of the Hezbollah leader and the fact that he was killed today. Let's look at that clip because I have not seen it yet either, and I want to see it now. So much stuff has been happening. It's a struggle to keep up. And you know, that solar eclipse on the 2nd in the sign of Libra, it's gonna drive it home about whether people are able to do diplomacy at all. I don't know if it's not. I'm not saying it like it'll be the deciding factor. Like I said, the warlike energies will amplify well into 2025. I have no doubt in my mind about that. But I'm not. I hope I'm wrong. But you know, that's just, you don't even need numerology and astrology to see that shit. But anyway, where the fuck is that clip? But of course, on the way to looking for that here, Israel hacked Lebanon's telecom networks. You could put that in the same category as the mad scientist energy of Aquarius. That's this is that. That was a thing, September 23rd. Here, let me change the song. Alright. So, yeah, get away from Hezbollah. Has Israel hacked Lebanon's telecom networks? Israel sends text messages and recordings to scores of people and hacks radio networks. This is old news now, but like a lot of people, they just don't, like, if you don't pay attention to this stuff in general, and you're just like one of these people who's like, you know, I don't like being affected by the news, and so I keep it out of my aura and whatever. Like, that's all fine and good, but once you then have like family in the region that die due to something, then it's like, okay, well, that's not news then for you. That's like your actual life. So you know, anyway, so looking let's take a look at that clip. Where was that clip? There we go. Oh, it was already open, yeah. Alright. Well, let me do the light thing. Oh, no.
You know that feeling when you...
Okay, let's mute that. Maybe I'll turn this up a bit. And now this has no sound. Maybe I'm not even sure if it's the right video now. Hold on, it's the right web page, but sometimes they switch up the videos. One sec. Alright. Why is there no sound? There was sound. Oh yeah, I muted it up here. Fucking weed. Okay. Oh God! Fuck! Holy shit!
It was a night of terror for Lebanon. This was the capital city. The Israeli airstrikes have been plenty and often and terrifying. And there's been no stopping. Tremendous devastation as the Israeli forces hunted down one man, the leader of Hezbollah, who'd been meeting deep underground. Parts of Dahir in the Beirut southern suburbs have been reduced to ashes. This is a stronghold of the militant group and its loyalists, but it's also home to hundreds of thousands of people.
Hassan Nasrallah.
It took until early afternoon for the militant group's television channel to declare their leader's death. Almost immediately, there was another Israeli strike on Beirut. Just a very big bang has just gone off. Lebanese journalists are getting very tense. There's a lot of shouting and women screaming actually in the background. Some of Nasrallah's supporters immediately took to the streets. This was the news they'd been dreading. There'll be much mourning, but also anger at his loss, a kick in the guts for the militant group. And already there are early reports of armed men roaming the streets. The militant leader hasn't been seen in public for years. The last time he gave a speech from a secret location was just over a week ago, after the coordinated booby-trap pages and radio explosions used by Hezbollah members went off throughout Lebanon. He said then that Israel had dealt the group an unprecedented blow and committed a massacre against civilians. Nearly 40 people were killed, including women and children, and thousands injured. Hassan Nasrallah has a unique place in Hezbollah, a founding father of the group and political, military and religious leader for more than 3 decades, as well as the leader who beat back the Israelis during 2 invasions. But the Israelis saw Nasrallah as enemy number 1 in Hezbollah, and the multiple strikes which Iran says used powerful bunker busters killed several commanders around him, as well as an Iranian general from the Revolutionary Guards.
For decades, Hezbollah, under the command of Hassan Nasrallah, orchestrated countless attacks against innocent people. Hassan Nasrallah had the blood of thousands of men, women, children on his hands.
But the airstrikes have sparked considerable terror in the capital, with many in the southern suburbs fleeing with their families en masse, moving from place to place overnight to try to find sanctuary. They camped on beaches, on pavements, along streets, in their cars, anywhere they could find out of the way of the strikes. Emergency shelters were quickly set up on top of those already running. But there's simply not enough to cope with the huge humanitarian need right now, with aid agencies warning the situation is near to catastrophic.
It's really try to manage the chaos. By hours, the situation changed. This center was not here yesterday. Maybe 100 people, you see people moving in and moving out, some people from the street coming in, some people here finding some siblings and moving in the location.
To be honest, no one feels safe anywhere, but no one is even thinking about their personal safety. Looking around us, today we didn't even think to come, if we're coming or not, we just moved.
The Israeli raids are by no means over yet, with no let-up in the airstrikes. Hezbollah is fighting back with volleys of rockets, indicating even the loss of their leader and all this devastation is not going to stop them. Right now, their supporters are consumed with grief. Lebanon's a country with many Hezbollah critics, but its population is bonded right now with a communal worry and fear about the impact this will have on this volatile region. Alex Crawford, Sky News, Beirut.
So there you have it. Depressing time. All right, guys. So I don't know how much more energy I have to give you guys some more stuff in this video, some more information, but I'll just touch upon a few things and then I'll go. because like I said, I got a lot of shit to do, and I want to get some sunlight and so on and so forth. But you know, you had a lot of different countries react leading up to all this stuff. Like even yesterday, this guy Bibi gave a speech at the UN. Hold on. And everybody walked out on his speech, basically. Let me just pause this to find that. So there's that. This wasn't the clip I was looking for, but it's probably similar. That's it, you know? Like, this is reality check energy. That's what Saturn number 8 month, number 8 year is. That's what it is. Reality check energy. A lot of stuff going on. And here's
United States.
Let's watch this. This just popped up just now.
It's an honor to be here with the first Jewish president of the United States. It's an
So, you know, what more do you need to see, really? So, and oh, maybe you need to see this. So, do you really expect a country that has... Like, this is what I mean about the Pluto and Aquarius energy, right? Let's get to that Aquarius image. This might be here, what you see here. Oh, okay, it's not there. Hold on. Yeah, what you see here is probably the more negative manifestation of this Aquarius energy. Philadelphia. So my point is, do you really expect a place that, and yeah, it was Elon Musk that shared this and whatever, and like I said, Elon Musk equals 29, and but at the end of the day, when you got scenes like this, do you really expect a country that's got that kind of order and structure in their own place to be able to police the world? And again, this is a fake picture that I made here, but these are the kinds of crowds that showed up for Palestine over the last year and numerous times. Like, if I remember correctly, I mean, it was like, so, like, do you really expect a country that's this rotten from the inside to go and police the world and have anything to say about a genocide? They've had it a year to figure out what their real stance is on Israel and the genocide. But it's just chaos out there. And Canada's not that much different. I do want to show other clips, but I think this is good for that point. So it has been one hell of a month, and there is maybe, god damn, there's a lot of noise out there. God damn, there's a lot of noise in this hallway. Now, let me see if there's any other thing I want to cover here. A lot of stuff with airplanes, right? A lot of weird stuff with airplanes recently. Yeah, not only like the reality check energy of this month, like you have the word strike, like if you go on strike, that has a numerical value of 17, which is 8, and that lines up with the shit, and 8 is governments, like I said, and here that Air Canada strike was almost urging the federal government to be ready to intervene if talks fail. So that happened. But in terms of other weird stories about airplanes, like here you have Toronto airbound Canada flight diverts due to emergency, some sort of medical emergency. That's like, okay, whatever. But okay, so that was September 2nd. No, that was September 26th, 2 days ago. And then August 31st, small plane crashes into Oregon neighborhood, killing 3 and causing a huge power outage. And also September 10th, 2 Delta airplanes collide at America's busiest airport. No one injured. Just constant distractions from what's happening in the hallway here. Let me just pause this for a second. Alright, so just talked to my neighbor. Apparently he's moving today, so I'm gonna have to cut this a bit short. It's gonna be too much noise for me to be able to finish this, but that's fine. There was a lot of other things I wanted to get done today, and I have a meeting to get to, so I'm going to just let you know the other stuff about that's been happening weird with the airplanes, and of course even the word airplane equals 26, which is 2 plus 6, which is 8. And you know, Georgia is where that Georgia high school shooting happened. So that equaled also you know, in a different cipher, the word Georgia equals 22, which has the same, which is also what the word border equals. So, you know, again, there's no shortage of things here you can see where that are not described by numbers, and where the connections are not made via numbers. So anyway, this was. I mean, more or less that number 8, energy, borders, boundaries, limits. That's why there's the stories like this this month. And the word border equals 35/8. Also, even the word migrants equals 38. So, you know, it's all about this Neptune and Saturn energy kind of mixing a certain way this month. And like I said, the eclipse involved the moon being really close to Neptune. Remember I said the moon card is related to Pisces, which is ruled by Neptune? Well, you know, Neptune's been in Pisces since 2011, but Saturn has been in Pisces since like around March last year, 2023. So heavy Pisces energy. That's a heavy concentration of energy here, and that is where the eclipse was. Eclipse is fated endings. Fated endings. If you have a pager attack and a walkie-talkie attack, that's something you didn't really expect. That represents a new era in the kind of world that we're living in now. So you know, that is fated endings. And then of course October 2nd we're going to have fated new beginnings in the sign of Libra, the diplomacy, and as it relates to the 10th degree too, which is Capricorn degree. So and there's the decans too, but we'll be here all day if I go through all these. But like even the decans is like each zodiac sign is separated into 3 chunks of 10 degree 10 degrees each. And so the last, since there's 30 degrees in a sign, the last 10 degrees of Pisces would be relating to Pluto energy, for reasons I don't have time to explain. And what's Pluto doing? It's part of this big kite pattern here that you see, and it's at the 29th degree for 2.5 months, starting around very recently before this time. So yeah, there's a lot of interesting things here. And of course, Jupiter ruling Sagittarius. Sagittarius is about faraway lands. You see it here, and there's like 2 T-squares there with that. So very tight spot for being able to have hope. But anyway, I'm not gonna. There's so many other things to say here. I gotta cut this video short. But the biggest thing that popped out was 25th degrees, Aries degree, and you get the 47 there, which is relating to that 29 that we talked about so much, which Neptune just eased off of while Pluto just eased onto. And of course, 28th degree is a Cancer degree, so that means people's roots, their home and family, stuff like that. And Mars, hold on, is this a 3-degree orb? No, okay. Maybe this is why I'm not seeing this the right way I want to see it. Let me just fix a couple things here. Yeah, I knew there was another. Yeah, the Mars is also T-square, right? So this is T-square energy. T-square energy is Aries energy, no matter, like, it's analogous to Aries energy regardless of what planet is involved or what signs are involved. And so there's a little breakdown of the T-square energy, what it looks like, but essentially it means a lot of tight energy and blocked energy and potential to do that energy the wrong way. And so I just told you that's been happening with this shape here with Jupiter and Gemini. Gemini is about talking, so people didn't get as much hope via talking or adapting mentally. And at the same time, Mars, which does not have a good time in the sign of Cancer, that's bad enough, but then it's also overthinking due to that 7-degree Libra degree, and it's also part of its own T-square. So Cancer is about the home and family and ancestors. So people fired up about that shit too, no matter where you come from, no matter what's going on. So maybe that's okay. I'm just gonna leave it at that. You know, maybe I'll just leave it at that. I'll just leave it at that. So that's what you see here with this lunar eclipse thing, and the other. I feel like there was another couple things I wanted to touch upon before we finish. Let me take a look. Yeah, the Leo movie. So I did touch upon earlier about the fact that supposedly, like, remember how I said Kamala Harris raised that 47 million or whatever, and that's related to 29 and 38, and Biden is the 47th prime minister and all that. So the fact that there was that thing happening with the ear, right? Like I said, that there was this thing with the stealth audio earrings potentially, and the assassination attempt on Donald Trump, the first one, involved his ear being bloodied, and ears are connected to Gemini. Well, you know, he's also got a lot of Leo energy, and one of the things, let me pause the advertisement. One of the things that I touched upon in previous videos was the fact that all the Leo energy in 2023. So go watch my 2023 video for more on that, and maybe even the video after that. But I don't know if I showed this screenshot. Maybe I did, but what do you see here? This is the screenshot of, bear with me. This is a screenshot of the button that is on the Netflix, when you go choose to watch this video and you click on the thing, that's what you find. You don't see this image in hold on. You don't see this image in like the cover of the video or whatever. If you go to well, it doesn't matter. The point is, you see it, and it is, what do you see? It's basically a lizard licking what looks like the right ear of this turtle. And the movie's called Leo. And like I said, the right ear was what got shot. What got shot when Trump got the first assassination attempt. So. And apparently turtles have internal ears located on the sides of their heads, slightly behind their eyes. So I don't know. I don't technically know if there's like a hole there or whatever, but it doesn't matter. Like this is some weird, synchronous, interesting shit, because this happened last year. And Trump and J.D. Vance both have a lot of Leo energy, and this is involving animals. And then J.D. Vance ends up being at the forefront of a rumor about Haitian migrants eating geese and stuff like that. At the same time, that, like I said, that same month, Turkey had that dog law that ended up supposedly euthanizing a lot of dogs, and so on and so forth. So it's almost like the cover of this was foreshadowing. I'm not trying to, say it in a way that some people are going to take it. I mean it more in like a synchro mysticism way. But yeah, that's what's going on. That's one thing that popped up. And again, this, on one level, this is since Leo is connected to children, this is like, telling everybody, hey, remember what it's like to be a child. Like, because at the start of the onset of this fucking Palestinian genocide, we were told that like most of the people that live there are 18 years old, like half the people or something like that. So it's just like been a whole slaughter of entire like years worth of slaughter of those types of people, and there is some good news. I don't have time to get into it. Like I said, I want to get some sun, and this noise in the hallway is incredibly distracting. I don't know if you guys can hear that. But there is that. So anyway, let me see if I said everything I wanted to say about the airplane stuff. Okay, so we described these, the two airplanes colliding at the America's busiest airport. No one injured. September 10th. September 26th, Toronto-bound Air Canada flight diverts due to emergency. August 31st, small plane crashes into Oregon neighborhood, killing 3 and causing huge power outage. U.S. seizes Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro's airplane in the Dominican Republic. That was September 2nd. Small plane crashes into Sao Paulo state, killing all 61 people aboard, airline says. I think I saw another figure said 62 people. 1 dead after planes collide mid-air outside Los Angeles. I don't know the date on that, but it was within September. Okay, it was September 21st. Britons urged to leave Lebanon now, but what are their travel options after most flights canceled? That's another airplane situation. Airport forest fire forces evacuations. That was earlier this month. And that's about it. But then also I have this link to yacht carrying 1,000 rounds of ammunition bursts into flames. So, the thing about the 18 is it is related to that kind of stuff. Any kind of problems with danger from the elements and stuff like that. Here we have a fire tornado, supposedly. That was also recent. So I'm not gonna play this clip, but well, let's see if it'll go fast. Advertisement, no.
And now, may it give you more direction coming back toward me.
All right, so there was that weird stuff, right? But it's that fire energy, and as I was saying earlier, that Leo fire energy is connected to children, but it's also connected to the heart. So on a certain level, it's about being able to balance out the next 20 years of Pluto in Aquarius. Since Aquarius can be too much overthinking and too much in the head, if you can avoid the narcissism of Leo, then you can be more heart-centered via the Leo energy. And I think that's why this stuff is happening. I think that's why that huge hydrothermal explosion happened only 1 or 2 days after the only 29-degree full moon of the entire year. That Yellowstone thing, that Yellowstone National Park eruption. And let me see, anything else that's worth talking about? Let me see here, or anything that should not be left to other times. I don't know. Like I'm itching to have other time to try to make like a solar eclipse forecast, because that's coming up too on the 2nd. But we are wrapping up this month, and this is the 28th day right now, and so I don't know if I'll have the time later to touch upon this stuff with the borders so much. So it's worth talking about, like, China bans foreigners from adopting as children. That was one thing that was going on. And of course, again, to put this whole Israel-Hezbollah conflict into context, a lot of countries recently, I mean, things kind of calmed down now, tiny bit, maybe because you know, there's not as many squares now. If we say that the September 2024 is a very Saturn-oriented fucking month and a Saturn-oriented year, then that means since Saturn is connected to square energy, that's 90-degree angle, then you're going to want to look at what squares are going on in the month. And there appears to be, right now, we're at the 28th, and nothing within a 1-degree orb is really in your face for that. And then next month is going to be, although squares is still important, next month, that month will not be a number 8 month. That'll be a number 9 month, which is more akin to the Mars energy and the Pluto energy. So you're going to want to watch out for what those planets are doing that month, especially since, again, this is all leading up to the US elections, where both Mars and Pluto are going to be facing off. So, but yeah, things did kind of calm down a bit. But I think, you know, another thing I'll touch upon here, the word arrow, right? So when Israel escalated things even more, they called that Operation Northern Arrows, and the word arrow has a numerical value of 18. So just to drive it home again, that connection between the war stuff, Mars stuff, and the number 18. And so that's it's worth showing you again this stuff right here with the 18 right here, and the fact that in Chaldean numerology it associates this number with actually, that was the other thing here. I didn't even... Yeah, the wolf, right? So the 18 is not only connected to war and danger from the elements and stuff like that, and explosions, and what is a freaking walkie-talkie exploding and pager exploding, if not explosions. But so the 18 is tied to that, but also and war and upheavals and revolutions and making money and position through wars and by wars and treachery and deception by others. But here you see it's also talking about the moon. I already said the moon card is connected to Pisces, so that's all by default like on the radar. But with that card, you got a wolf and a hungry dog, and or at least, okay, let's pop up that image again. The moon. So yeah, wolf and a hungry dog, and there's a crab, and like, so crab is like Cancer, right? So, and the moon rules Cancer, and also with respect to the stuff about the animals and the dog, there's so much I want to say here about this shit. Like, there's so much. Like, even the word dog mom equals 29. But with respect to there was a story about the EU where they changed their rules about hunting wolves. Let me see if I can find that. Hold on, let me pause this. There it is, right? So by this time, by September 25th, the situation was we were out of Virgo season, but you know, Venus was or Mercury was still and is still in Virgo, I believe. No, Mercury, yeah, just recently got out, and so but that was on the 26th, as you can see here. So when you look at, hold on. Yeah, Mercury enters Libra, the sign after Virgo. So that was on the 26th. And here you see, published September 25th, EU countries agree to downgrade the protection status of the wolf. So that was while we were still having a lot of Virgo energy. But you could say that by default, from all this 29 degree and close to 29 degree Pisces energy, and Pisces energy in general did the opposite of that. Since it's Virgo, you're going to see that play out in one way or another. So they're yeah, it's weird. Like, there's so many thoughts about this story. Like, on the one hand, it's kind of cool that people are not like, hey, let's obsess over animals so much and cave into the green agenda. But on the other hand, it's like, it's just to me, it's like a lot of weird stuff about the about the animals, right? Like here, busted illegal fishing. Maybe that's not cruel and stuff like that, but just going around massacring stray dogs, like, that's kind of cruel, right? And then this thing here, this stuff here is a rumor, but that a lot of that stemmed from this story, which albeit this woman was not Haitian, but she did kill the cat and eat it in front of everybody. So that's kind of weird stuff. It is. I'm not like, people are acting weird across the board. Here's a fucking story: teenage girl who killed her mom and invited friend to see the corpse. She will spend the rest of her life behind bars. Here's another story: mom of Georgia shooting suspect charged after taping elderly relative to chair. Like, people just across the board seem to be yeah, there's no shortage of these types of stories coming out. So anyway, so rewinding back to this, like, talking about the more instances of the number 9, right? This Operation Northern Arrows is what the Israelis called their one of their recent strikes against Lebanon, and it says here from the Telegraph, in July 2006, war broke out between Israel and Hezbollah. At the end of the war, the UN Security Council Resolution 1701 ordered that all troops show full respect for the blue line. And without going into detail about what that is, you just add 1 + 7 + 0 + 1, you get 9. This is what I mean about, you don't have to go far to find these instances. The word arrow has a numerical value of 18, which is 9. So anytime you notice something about to happen and you're approaching a Tuesday, which is connected to Mars, which is connected to 9, keep this these kind of connections in mind. Like when we're, like I said, drill it in your mind. 2025 is a universal year 9. Okay, drill it in your mind. If you're a life path 9, this is what's going to happen to you. If you're born on the 9th, life path 9, anything to do with 9, it's going to be these two polarities here. You're either being giving, humanitarian, selfless, idealistic, creative, expressive, or drama queen, dissatisfied, unrealistic, impractical, blaming, egotistical, ungrateful, and moody. That's the 9. And a lot of how that plays out for you is going to depend on how you handle the number 8 energies, which is this year. Okay? So that's ambitious, big thinker, successful, leading, authoritative, courageous, influential. On the negative side, domineering, materialistic, greedy, insensitive, workaholic, unavailable, controlling, and arrogant. Okay, this is the attributes of this year. And 8 is connected to, as I said, Saturn. And if you look at all the retrograde planets, it's worth looking at. But before I finish up here, there's a lot of other things I want to say about Russia and Ukraine and everything, but I just don't have the time. So, but it's worth showing you. Well, here's a Kazemi period, so watch. There'll be extra sweet spot for communication between September 30th, 8:36 a.m. to October 1st, 1:48 a.m. So keep that in mind for anything you want to communicate. Before and after that, it'll be slightly more blurry. The communication will be more blurry. But anyway, here's the retrogrades. Which planets are foggy? Pretty much, we're in approaching October. Okay, and so everything is foggy. We're in a particularly foggy part of the year. Like long-term planets, it's hard to know what the long-term will do right now because a shitload of them are retrograde. So just keep that in mind. Keep in mind it's a heavy year. It's a reality check kind of month. So and keep in mind also this stuff here. Let me just wrap up what I was going to say about this. Maybe show that what King Jordan, or what the King of Jordan said recently, and then we'll move on. So, or I'll end the video there. So, as I said, Americans warned to leave Lebanon as Israel and Hezbollah ramp up deadly attacks on each other. That's September 22nd. Britain's urged to leave Lebanon now, but what are their I already mentioned that. China has called on its own citizens to immediately leave Israel. Right? That was... So there you have it. China has called on its own citizens to immediately leave Israel. Now that was the 23rd, and whatnot, and we can look at what was concentrated at the 23rd here: Venus square Pluto. So what do you expect, right? I said BB's got a lot of Venus energy. Pluto is power and control issues. What do you expect? So, anyway. Okay, this noise is... Let me just load up this bowl real quick. I do feel like there was at least one other thing that I wanted to say. Jupiter in Gemini means people are getting hope from going out and testing their social skills and adapting mentally. And Gemini is connected to the neighborhood, so I'm not surprised that there's a lot of movement and noise in the neighborhood. It is what it is. So I wanted to say there's that shit, and then man, okay, the solar eclipse on the second. On the second. If I'm not able to come out with another video fast enough before the next video to look at that, then you know, the full moon is, as I said, fated endings, and this time emotional because it's Pisces, even though it's got a pinch of Aries selfishness and being assertive or aggressive warlike energy, and even though that's in a Pluto decam, meaning power and control issues and subversive stuff. That's what a pager attack is kind of about, subversive kind of shit. And so then also that solar eclipse in Libra will test people on are they really getting it yet. Like, even though 2025 is going to definitely probably be a lot more bloody, there's a lot of you know, there's the Ukraine war still ongoing and whatever, and the International Criminal Court has been wanting to arrest Netanyahu for weeks or something. Why are we still at this point where this guy is just like making us, where Netanyahu is making us feel like we're watching Nazi Germany just take over country after country, like in history repeating and shit like that. So I think how people will handle this October 2nd solar eclipse, even though it's not going to be as intense as the April 8th. Remember, 8 is connected to 2024, so even that day, April 8th, is just like 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4, which is 8. And of course, September 17th, 1 plus 7 is 8. So not the case with October 2nd, but that 8 rule is that it is connected to Saturn, which rules Capricorn, which is connected to the 10th degree, which is what this October 2nd solar eclipse in Libra about balance and diplomacy and harmony is at. People are going to be having fated new beginnings about how they can relate to others and how they can be diplomatic in as it pertains to reality check energy and Capricorn energy, and being determined and responsible and looking at results. And you can talk and be as diplomatic as you want, but what are the results on the ground? Where are we now? That kind of thing. So if I don't come out with a video for that, just keep in mind, if you got stuff in your chart here that are in these zones, you will be more impacted by that solar eclipse. Where is it? Right here. You will be more impacted by that solar eclipse than other people, and that will be a positive or negative impact, harmonious or disharmonious. Anyway, that's all I got for now. If you guys appreciated this video, do not hesitate to either like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that crap, and feel free to go send a donation via PayPal, or send a contact form request to purchase a tarot reading or astrology reading for $90 Canadian per hour. Those are 2-3 ways you can support this work. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.